y'all. 20 seconds in Thailand Rob. How you doing? I got a story to tell you today. I want to tell you a story about this country, Thailand. They got a store over here, and it's called Super Cheap. And they call it super cheap because it's a big store, but the prices in there are cheaper than some of the other stores, so they call it super cheap. I don't know why it's super, but it's a super cheap. Anyway, the difference between a super cheap store and a 7-Eleven is a big difference. One, super cheap's a little bit cheaper, and 7-Eleven is a little bit more quicker and faster paced and less stuff. So what? Anyway, but I digress. Let me tell you the story about what happened to me. And if you ever come over here to Thailand and go to Super Cheap and this happens to you, you can fix the problem the same way I fixed the problem today for this poor little lady that works at Super Cheap, and she was going to have a big problem today, but she did not have a big problem today. I'm going to tell you how she did not have a big problem. So there I was at Super Cheap, and I was walking around. I said, I need to buy me some beer. I'm out of beer. And God knows we gotta have beer. So I went into Super Cheap and I went and I bought some, I picked up a case of beer, and I walked up to the counter and I put the beer down, and she took the little scanner thingy thing, and she beeped it, but she didn't beep it, she beeped it. Oh, 2 times. Now let me tell you what happens at a Super Cheap, because it ain't like a 7-Eleven. At a Super Cheap, if they ring it up 2 times, well, first they have to call the manager over, and they have to tell the manager, oh my God, I clicked it twice. They can't just, there's not a delete button on their cash register, so they call the manager over, then the manager has to get on the telephone and call corporate. Now I know you guys think that Thailand's a third world country, but it's really complicated at a Super Cheap to try to get one thing taken off of the list. If you double click it, double scan, double super scan, you know what they did. It's not like 7-Eleven. At 7-Eleven, if they just mess up on the register, they just pick it up and throw it away and put a new register in. I mean, it's very simple at 7-Eleven and Tesco, Lotus. I mean, they're pretty simple too, but not Super Cheap. So anyway, this poor girl, she double scanned, and I heard her squeak. She was like, oh, and you know when they squeak like that they double clicked it, because on the register it said a lot of money, and I said, well, that's not how much that costs. And she said, no, I double clicked it. And I said, well, you know what, I'm gonna make you have a good day, because I've lived here for 5 years and I know how to make Thai people happy. So as quick as lightning, I said, oh no, girl, you double clicked it. I tell you what, I'll take 2. And she was so happy. She told the manager, no problem, you'll take 2. Because I mean, why get 12 beers when you can get 24? You're going to drink them anyway, right? So I just made her day. And if you ever come over here to Thailand and you go to Super Cheap and she double clicks on the clicker thing and you have a case of beer, just get 2 beers. And life is good for you and her both. And on that note, I'll see you guys later. I hope you learned something from this short video, 20 seconds in Thailand. You might want to subscribe, because sometimes I get kooky like this and I like to tell you a story on how to have a better life in Thailand. Bye now.
Can you take this asshole back to America, please?
Goody goody. Don't forget that.